You're sitting at a sushi restaurant. The chef places a piece of sashimi on your plate. Beneath it lies a delicate green leaf. Most people ignore it, they push it to the side. Some eat it without thinking. But here's what almost nobody knows. That leaf is not a garnish, it's a guardian. That leaf is shiso, and it's been protecting your food and your health for over 1,000 years. Today, we're uncovering why one of Japan's most overlooked ingredients might be the most important thing on your plate. Let's start with a simple question. Why would a sushi chef waste time placing a leaf under your fish if it served no purpose? Japanese cuisine doesn't do decoration for decoration's sake. Every element has a reason. Every placement has meaning. Shiso, also called Perilla frutescens in scientific terms, is a plant native to East Asia. It grows in subtropical and temperate regions. The leaf is distinctive. It's roughly the size of your palm. It has a serrated edge and a slight purple or green tint, depending on the variety, and it tastes unusual. Some describe it as minty, others say it's peppery, with hints of anise. The flavor is polarizing. People either love it or they don't, but flavor isn't why it's under your sashimi. Here's the critical part. Shiso contains powerful antimicrobial compounds. The most important one is a chemical called perillaldehyde. This compound has been shown in multiple studies to inhibit bacterial growth. In particular, it fights back against harmful bacteria that can grow on raw fish, especially pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli. When you eat raw fish, you're taking a small risk. The fish has been handled, transported, and stored. Bacteria can accumulate. The shiso leaf isn't a complete shield. Butyr's a biological barrier. Its oils and compounds create an environment where harmful bacteria struggle to multiply. Japanese chefs understood this centuries before modern microbiology existed. They didn't know about perillaldehyde. They didn't have laboratory equipment, but they observed, they tested, they noticed that meals served with shiso caused fewer illnesses, so they made it standard practice. This is how traditional wisdom works. It's experimentation across generations. Trial and error refined into ritual. Now here's something fascinating. Shiso isn't just under sashimi. It appears throughout Japanese cuisine in specific contexts. You'll find it wrapped around sushi rolls. You'll see it in chirashi bowls. It's used in tempura. It flavors soups. But notice the pattern. It most often appears with raw or minimally cooked foods. Foods where bacterial contamination poses the greatest risk. This isn't coincidence. This is strategy baked into culinary tradition. Beyond bacteria, shiso has other properties that made it valuable to Japanese cooks. It aids digestion. The compounds in shiso stimulate saliva production and can help your stomach process raw fish more efficiently. Raw fish is protein-dense and can be taxing on digestion. Shiso lightens that burden. It also has anti-inflammatory properties. When you eat sashimi, the coldness in the raw texture can stress your digestive system slightly. Shiso soothes that stress. There's also the matter of flavor balance. Japanese cuisine is built on balance between salt and sweet, acid and richness, heat and cold. Shiso adds a bright, almost cooling note that cuts through the richness of fatty fish like turu rotoro. It's not decoration, it's calibration. Let's talk about how much shiso actually matters. Research on the antimicrobial effects of various herbs commonly used in Japanese cooking has found that shiso ranks among the highest for inhibiting bacterial growth on raw fish surfaces. Studies suggest that even a small leaf, the size of what you'd find under a piece of sashimi, could reduce bacterial colonies by up to 40% in certain conditions. 40%. That's significant. Of course, shiso isn't a replacement for proper food handling. The fish must be fresh. It must be sourced carefully. It must be stored at the correct temperature. Shiso is one tool in a larger system, but it's a tool that has proven itself for centuries. Here's what's remarkable. Western dining traditions don't have an equivalent. We might garnish a plate with parsley or microgreens for appearance, but we don't typically use garnishes for functional purposes. Japanese cuisine treats the entire plate as a system where every element serves multiple roles: visual, gustatory, and protective. This reflects a deeper philosophy. In Japanese thought, there's no separation between health and beauty, between function and form. The shiso leaf is beautiful. It adds flavor, and it protects you, all at once. If you visit a high-end sushi restaurant, you might notice that the shiso leaf is never wilted or brown. It's always fresh. The chef changes it between every few plates. Some restaurants compost hundreds of shiso leaves per service. because once the leaf begins to break down, its antimicrobial potency decreases. The chef knows this. The leaf serves its purpose for a window of time, and then it must be replaced. This attention to detail, replacing a leaf that most diners ignore, tells you something about Japanese culinary philosophy. It's not about what you notice, it's about invisible protection. It's about care expressed through actions that go unseen. For most of history, this was simply how sushi was served. Nobody explained why. It was just part of the tradition. But as Japanese cuisine has spread globally, that context has been lost. In many Western sushi restaurants, the shiso leaf has been reduced to pure decoration. Sometimes it's not included at all. And that's a loss, not just of flavor, but of a protective mechanism that took centuries to develop. So the next time you sit down to sashimi, before you push that leaf aside, pause. Look at it, smell it, place it in your mouth,